Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 9 of RollQuests. 9. Critical 9.
No.
Mightiest of nines.
Is it that mighty old 9?
It could be. It could be. Yeah, we're on episode 9. 9, folks. Yeah.
There's only 5 of us.
Right, let's not go there anymore. So, thank you, everybody.
Or it is silly.
For it is silly, yes. So, at the end of episode 8, first of all, before you all ask, my throat is a bit funny. I'm probably not feeling 100%. I'm so ill, in fact. My beard has fallen off. Now that is, you have to be pretty seriously ill for your beard just to... I woke up, it was just gone.
I was so ill, my tash fell off, and that's the truth.
Well, there you go, see, it's just shocking what happens to you. I think it's like an old table. It's when you get old as well. It's old and ill. Just the beard just falls off. Anyway.
I'm alright then, I'm alright.
At the end of last episode,
out your ears.
Yeah, you're fine for now, Dan. The end of last episode, a very large boa descended down from this tree as Rhiv got himself just a tad too close. The boa is... It's intent straight away. Its eyes on Rhiv. It's coming down, and you can see that it thinks that whatever's in front of it is not a threat. It's something that's entered its territory, and it just wants to remove them. You can all quickly give me a general perception check.
Very good at these.
I know, you're all marvellous at these.
Yeah, right. Trees.
Yeah. The thing with leaves
There
on
you
it.
go. There it
Oh, fantastic.
I got my
Lumi.
character.
Wow, Rhiv. Lumi says...
Did a good roll.
Lumi says, where's the snake?
Snake.
What snake?
Rhiv says, it's the one that's about to kill me.
Yeah, okay, we're looking good. One more.
What do you mean, one more?
Waiting for Emrys.
Oh, Emrys. We're going to apologise for Emrys because he's technically not here.
No, he's still on holiday. No, it's fine. Okay, Rhiv.
Nice one, Rhiv.
I mean, although technically I'm only telling, only one of you have noticed these things. Sometimes I will just tell the whole group, unless it's something that I think only one of you should know. If it's just a general information, the fact that one of you has seen it, I'm just assuming it's fine. And that is this large boa is coming down from the tree and focusing his attention on you, Rhiv. You do notice that there's quite a large lump in the snake, partway down through its body.
Oh, that's good. Oh,
It's already been nominated.
Now, if anybody has any boxes in animal handling, they can give me a roll, but unless the roll is over 101, I'm going to just say that your well done, pointing, that your knowledge is not in the snake department, should we say.
Okay, so it doesn't matter about your ranks in it?
No, just roll. As long as you've got a rank, so they've got some trained knowledge. If somebody wants to give me a monster lore land, yet again, over 101, that also could potentially give you information on what you're about to face.
All I got was 97.
That's pretty impressive, actually, Ash. I mean,
It's mostly caught up rhinos that I deal with.
Yeah.
Would you accept animal healing instead, Tony?
Why not? Because at the end of the day, this is a biology, and I'm thinking of.
Oi, Faye, Emrys.
He knows all about snakes.
Well, what did you roll open-ended on that? I mean, what the?
141.
What did you roll?
Wow.
Well, you got 141.
I don't know nothing about snakes.
Jeez. So that's impressive. So okay.
Fortunately, I do.
Specifically giant snakes. Right?
Yeah, Emrys. Okay.
Of none.
First of all, this is large. We'll go into what that means to the viewers slightly, so they understand how combat works with large. Secondly, the skin is going to be pretty tough. Snake skin is tough. But what is important is it's going to negate completely some of your low-end criticals. So those of you that have choices, Lumi, I'm looking at you, to do potentially lower damage and put themselves in stances that give themselves better chances to do certain things, you want to be going for maximum damage as possible, because it might not even penetrate through its skin. The other thing with such a high roll, I will say, is a boa usually, if it feels threatened, if there's a risk to a boa, it'll usually regurgitate any food that's currently got partly digested so that it can gain mobility and potentially flee. The fact that it's descending down from the tree and it's looking at you lot and it's still kept its food means that it doesn't consider any of you to be a threat. You're all too small. You're just something to snack on.
Ho ho!
Or the fact it's just eaten means it probably wants to sleep and it's just going to bite a few of you to make you go away. You could, on 185, you could try, if you're lucky, to hit it hard enough to make it worried and thus try and bring up its food, which will mean that it'll spend probably a round or two doing that rather than fighting you so that it can flee.
So Captain Lumpy, what we're saying is Lumpy is probably our missing hunter then.
It could well be William. Yeah. So, combat. I haven't been on top feeling well. I was going to do a deep dive by now on combat, so I'll explain as we go along a little bit about how combat works. Now, combat in Rolemaster, there's two main types of way of doing combat. The first is combat that is a series of steps, like a lot of games, whereby you resolve everything in a kind of like a phase, and then you do like the next phase, and you do the next phase. Or you do action points. Now, the phase system usually does something along the line of everybody moves, then everybody fights, and then everybody shoots, or whatever. And the action point is everybody does everything. And you can move a bit, you can fight a bit, you can draw a weapon, you can move a bit more, you can fight a bit more, you can do something else. It's a constant little nibble of actions. So there's no phases. It's just we'll do a little bit of this, and while I'm moving a little bit, you're drawing a weapon, and while you're doing that, somebody else is shooting. So we're not going to do that. The reason I was going into that one is that is perfect for very small one-on-one duels. But I was just going to cover the fact that Rolemaster has multiple ways of trying to handle combat, and it's really up to the GM to decide how they're going to form the turn sequence based on the amount of players, the amount of monsters that their encounters have. You can do a super fast combat, which does very, very little in the way of phases and rolls, which is good for mass combat, or you can do that action points, which is great for like a one-on-one sort of thing. So what I do is, it's a sequence of phases, and we'll go through them now. So in case you're wondering why certain things are, it's basically built on the size of the party and the encounters we're having. Right, guys, so straight off, first thing is anybody doing anything with instant items. Instant items are things whereby you do flame on or shield up or something really, really quick. It's not even like a spell duration. It's just stances are fine. Stances can be instant items. They're just, I'm going straight to my stance. It doesn't take time. It's just something that's just happens. It's almost by thought. If nobody's going to do anything in the instant items, the next thing is move declarations. Now, move declaration comes before initiative, so that, say, somebody says, I'm going to sprint. Then, in real life, if I'm sprinting away from this fight, by the time I've realised the rest of the party are not following me, and they've all decided to stay, I've already gone a certain distance, where they sit and think, hang on, where's everybody? And then they look back and go, oh, okay, they're all still fighting the snake. So move declaration comes first, so that people have to decide if they're going to run, fast run, sprint, or dash. I need to know. Right now.
I'm going to engage its head.
Yeah, so you're not running, fast running, sprinting, or dashing. That's basically double your movement plus.
No, I'm just doing the 30
That's
foot
fine.
to his face.
Captain
35.
move.
You can move, in theory, up to your distance and 50% more, which is basically classed as a jog.
You've got
But
35 there, Loom.
if you can move with it half of your maximum movement, you can fight much easier without doing anything crazy.
There you go.
So next is spell action phase. Everybody that either is currently casting a spell or wishes to start casting a spell does so now. Everybody goes quiet because nobody's got any spells powerful enough to do anything right now.
Loom,
Exactly.
Did you declare
fine.
you were moving in, Loom?
I was gonna move.
Yeah,
Is that
but
all right?
but not
She doesn't have
faster
to
than a
declare it
run.
now.
You don't have to declare it now. Only if you need to declare it now if you were going to do something faster, basically, than a run, as in
so-
leave the area. Yeah.
I see. So just engage it is
Yeah.
not. Okay. Got you.
Right. Then it's the results of all spells that we're currently finishing being cast. Then it's an orientation phase for those who teleported. Then it's going to be shooting phases. Anybody that has anything preloaded that just needs a trigger pull. A gun,
Rhiv?
a crossbow preloaded.
Which is preloaded, and yes, go for it.
Yep. I'll
Okay.
probably be doing that.
People with a crossbow preloaded get to shoot before initiative.
So,
Go for
Right,
it.
if I see him raising his crossbow, I'm diving behind the wall.
Don't worry, it'll just break. It's fine.
Absolutely.
again. All right, so yeah, I'll take a shot at its head.
Go for it. Go for it. Let's see what you can do, Rhiv. Come
Drum
on.
roll.
Oh,
Hey, nice.
holy. This is the time that Rhiv decides that he can actually use a crossbow.
Would it be classed as an ambush?
I'm looking at that crit of 63 now thinking, can he do it to 66? Can he do it to
I
66?
think you might be able to.
It would be able to if
Ambush.
it's got ambush.
It's
If,
got 1 or 2
You
ranks
have
of ambush.
because this, I would love to give you ambush. Because the snake is coming down, and I specifically said it's looking at Rhiv for dinner, I can't justify you giving you the ambush, I'm afraid. I would love to. I would love to, just so we can show people what happens.
Surely it's the
Hilarious.
speed at
I-
which he just snaps this shot off
I-
as the thing drops down.
I
I'd
sadly.
like to hit it. I'd like to hit it.
Yeah, but the thing comes down from the tree, matches eyes with Rhiv, and suddenly there's a crossbow bolt between its eyes.
Well, we'll
That's
find
got to
out.
be ambush, man.
No,
That
it
is
has to
fast.
be. It has to be unaware. And Rhiv, if Rhiv was aware of it before it came down, then the answer would be yes. Okay, if Rhiv knew and spotted it, which he didn't, if he spotted it and then he's seen it coming down,
Sadly.
then of course we would have got an ambush in there. The good news is, though, is you've hit it for a non-magical. This is the difference now when you get to large. Whether you're using magical, non-magical, mithril, holy, slaying, stuff like that, makes a big difference, especially when you get to super large creatures. But large creatures, can you roll me a open-ended critical roll, please? This is the only time the critical rolls are open-ended.
63.
Oh, sorry, yes, you had 63.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yes,
got
of
63.
course.
Ignore
No,
that one.
of course, you already had 63.
Yeah, ignore that 37.
That's
Jeez.
fine. And it was actually for a crit that gives him a bonus on the dice roll. So it comes out as a... Wow. This is impressive, mate. Okay, your shot basically slams into its side, doing 20 points of damage.
If he kills it in one shot, I'd be so annoyed.
you DM then. I didn't even get my pen ready. So it's 20 points of damage. It's stunned and unable to parry for 2 rounds. You get +5 to your next crossbow shot.
Nice.
As long as it's like within the next few rounds, yeah. I mean, if you do something else, like you charge in with a dagger, then you would have lost it. But if you're going to reload and then shoot, you'd get +5. Awesome. I mean, yes, that bolt struck straight in the side of the snake's head, and it didn't know what the hell hit it. Awesome shot. Absolutely awesome shot. Well done, Rhiv. Okay, that was before initiatives. Now, because
you still need to roll that.
yeah, so you don't get to shoot to get. You'll find out now. So, can everybody now roll their initiatives?
Which is quickness.
It's just a straight. It will be on the top of your sheet under quickness or initiative, but you can just roll and add your quickness if you wish. I'm just rolling a D100. I'm not going to tell you my stats. For the GM rolled a 97. I'm stunned, but I'm just saying.
Well, you get a chance to shake it off before we leap into action.
I get a chance to take one round off, correct?
Shake it off.
Well,
Shake it off.
it can make a stun maneuver if it wishes, and break both.
Oh,
Attempt to stun maneuver.
screw you. Is what I got to say to that.
Exactly. It can. We'll come to
No,
that
no.
now.
Look at my initiative.
Oh, you. Well done, Dave.
Oh, look, there's a stunned snake over there, and I happen to have a 200 sword.
You rolled over 50, guys. This is exciting.
Oh my god, and you did!
That's
Guys,
it.
we have a round of
She's
applause.
broken the curse.
2, like, roll.
And who am I missing? Am I missing somebody there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No.
Oh, Traeth did a. Well done, Traeth.
Leap into
A
action.
leap into action. I like it. I like it. Okay, in that case, then, Ash, it's over to you.
Well, it's
It's got a bolt in the side of its head. It's clearly a little bit dazed. Because it's stunned, you're going to get plus 20 in your attack.
all right. Let me just.
If you guys come in and two-shot this snake, after this big build-up,
This is at plus 20.
I'm going to be gutted.
Yeah, there we go.
Jesus.
Good god!
The ref is going to go off and
That's
sulk.
actually a 167, isn't it?
That's 167. What's the max one on the true steel sword?
100.
High steel sword?
Twice plus, so 200.
Yeah,
Because-
so yeah.
Yeah, because it degrades a crit, it keeps it basically what would normally be an E. It converts into the large bonus, and then I'll check on the large bonus table now to see what you actually did.
I was going to
It's
say,
magical, isn't it? It's a magical blow as well. No, it's not magical. It's
No, it's
just,
not magical.
It's just
It's
high
not
steel.
High steel.
It's just high steel.
Just as so basically, as I amble up to it, it says, "Lumi, distract it." Oh, sorry, I'll distract it. You take it from the side.
Ouch! 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 Ouch!
Yep.
Okay. That was 30 points of damage. Ow.
And a critical
No.
of some description.
Yeah, and it's just gained a point on its stun. So it's
All adds up.
okay. Ow. You run up and smack the snake. And it is the snake's go. Because it's its go, it drops to 2 rounds of stunned and unable to parry. It will make a stun maneuver roll.
Do you think it sees us as a threat now?
No.
It
It's probably going to regurgitate its food. It's
right.
just taken 50 hits in a round.
It cannot attack, but it can. Okay, it can parry. It can't parry. It doesn't have anything to parry with, so it's still basically has to stun. So stun and the parry is irrelevant for it. It can't move. It's stunned. So it's still stunned for 2. In that case, then we will move on to Traeth.
Yay, go team. Carry on.
Yeah, they have done a brilliant job. I mean, I realise that yourself and Emrys are not really warriors at standing toe to toe. Yeah. So you cheer the team on. That's fine. In fact, if you've got any kind of
Nope, none whatsoever.
public speaking skills,
Like I said, none whatsoever.
that's fine. You try to inspire the team. No leadership.
Nope.
That's fine. We will then move on to Rhiv. So Rhiv, your crossbow is unloaded. You've
so I have
shot.
to reload it.
You can do that at basically the end of your go.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be done now. You can move and do things now if you wish.
If he reloads it now, doesn't he get a chance to make a snapshot in the last shooting phase?
Not because it's a crossbow. On a crossbow, the second shooting phase is the reload phase for a crossbow.
Okay.
So
Just because
you can move if you wish, Rhiv.
So just because I don't want to run the risk of actually putting a crossbow bolt like that again into an ally, I'm going to move myself. Is that 5, 10? So 5, 10. By here,
Yep.
got a cleaner shot. And
Okay.
Then I'll start reloading.
Fantastic. Then we will move on to Emrys.
Yes, I'll hand some pom-poms to Traeth.
That's fantastic.
Don't you have like stun bolt or anything?
And
yet?
I'll say, I'll be back.
That's fine. That's fine. In which case, Lumi, you've been watching this and clearly meditating on the whole situation and going last as usual. After watching the whole scene unfold, you've decided to spring into action. And what are you going to do, Lumi?
Watch.
You're going to watch.
Oh, don't you get your
The
ass in here.
sideline is on the sideline, being sidelined.
Get your ass in here now, woman. Well, I say
5,
woman,
10,
but you know.
20, 25, 30,
She's not-
35.
Don't forget you move at 65, so
Yeah, so I can.
Yeah. In theory, you're kind of like hovering in 2.5 feet. I'm not going to be that pedantic. You can reach and strike. That's fine. It's not a static image of a snake. The thing is writhing and actually, even though it's stunned, it's still going to be kind of like moving. You could find something coming past like a tail just like to grab and that's fine.
Well, if I move it a little bit more, then can I go into a stance?
You would have to have declared your stance at the beginning of the round. You're already striking now.
she did.
Declared
Tried
it in
to-
instant actions.
I know, but what stance?
All right. The tiger stance.
So we'll roll back to say in instant item time, the stance you chose was tiger stance. Okay.
Yeah.
And then that's fine. You're in that stance for now. You move forward, you strike. Yeah, do you want to do martial arts strike?
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason I don't think you're going to be able to throw the snake far.
No.
Full attack,
But-
full attack.
The sweep tables are also the grapple tables. Not that you want to try and grapple a boa, that would be really stupid.
Oh, hey, look.
83.
That might
Okay.
do something.
It
Still didn't roll above a 40. though.
103. Sorry, that's 103.
Yeah, it's done.
Oh,
So I
it's
think
done,
it's
yeah.
I think, Lumi.
Yeah, hit it whilst it's down.
It reduced the crit. You did actually do damage. It reduces the crit, but you do actually take a hit on it. So your critical was it's negative. Yeah, you punch it or you kick it, and you think, that snake hide is quite nice. don't want to damage it. I could make something nice of that. You just fail really to do much concussion blows through that snake hide. It's just too thick. It was a good hit. Maybe the same hit somewhere else on its top body would have done some nice damage. And what that really means is if you rolled a different critical, then yes, you would have done some nice damage. Okay, that
12.
is the turn over. We are back to... Rhiv, you've reloaded. So for those who just want to go through the combat phase, after the melee, there's a second fire phase where crossbows can reload. But also, I put in a second move phase that allows anybody that has movement points left to move. But if you move out of a threat zone of somebody that still has action points left, or not so much action points, has offensive bonus points left because they've saved up, they do then get to react. So if
And
anybody...
can you also now move and attack at the end, Tone?
No, you don't get another attack phase.
Or no, if you haven't had an attack yet.
Everybody would have had an attack before you got to this point. Everybody fights, yeah?
I was going to let everybody get into a position and see if I could take advantage of it and move in to assist our two main fighters, really.
So, I mean, we could do something like that, because if we used the action point system in Rolemaster, then that would be completely possible, because your action points are just spending points to do things. Yeah. And then you could fight at any point during the turn. So if people want to have the option to, if they, to drop their initiative to a different point during the turn, I can look at a way to rearrange the phases.
I'm cool with this fellow. Yeah. I didn't want to interfere with Ash and Lumi, so I'm happy to move now.
Cool. Right, so
I don't mind being interfered with.
New turn. Dave.
You would by me, my friend.
I would like to, as the instant thing, I'd like to enter a stance, please. I'm going to enter low guard.
Fantastic. Anybody else want to do any stance changes?
Yes, I'd like to change into A-frame stance for the cheering.
That's absolutely fine. You'll get a +5 bonus on your cheering.
Hang on, those are +10 pom-poms. Okay, so
not a problem at all. Any spells? It's a stupid question, but I've got to ask it. Any declarations of fleeing? No? Okay, that's fine. Come on, the snake is hasn't had an attack. I just feel so bad for the
I'm
snake.
surprised it hasn't started regurgitating. That's a
It would.
couple of pretty
If
hard
it had a
hits.
chance right now.
It's done into next week.
Do we get a bonus for outnumbering it yet?
No, there's no bonus for numbering it. Flanking just means that it can't actually put stuff in defense, and if it's going to spend, because you've got to spend points in Rolemaster to defend against something, you allocate points as a defense. Of course, the more of you that are around something, well, you've got to try and allocate points to more attackers, which makes your defense just useless. So it's stunned. Ash, it's your go. You get +20.
I'm contemplating a new cloak.
I think so, yes.
140.
Sorry. You are correct. You are. Well, I need to. We'll keep that attack, Ash. It's not lost. But Rhiv had reloaded, and fire phase A.
He might kill it first.
He does actually get to shoot.
Maybe not.
Nah.
Thankfully, it's not a fumble.
That's it.
Yeah, you've had your 1 billion shot.
Yeah, you've had your
session. That's it.
done.
You get no more now. There's just.
No, just think of it this way. There's too many people in your way. That's what it is.
Yeah, you chose to shoot the tree on purpose rather than shooting Emrys in the back. I knew that's what you did.
You mean the tree that's off to the far right?
Yes.
And
it was the safest shot to take. So
it's a point break moment again, Rhiv. It's a point break moment.
140.
Yeah, I can see. I'm looking at it.
And a 52 crit.
Gonna be
Welly.
It's.
I wonder if Boa Snake is rainproof. Welly.
It's 25 points of damage. No extra stun.
Wow. That thing's still going.
It still is going. We'll talk about how battered and bruised it is on its go, which is in fact next. So it drops off another round of stun parry. It's on its last one. It will make a roll to see if it can do. No, gee, really, really.
Does it gain extra stun?
I'm not going there. We'll talk about that in the deep dive of combat. As somebody that has been stunned in combat, believe me, you can't make it worse.
Oh, you can. You can smash your head against something else.
Yes, okay. You. There are ways that you could fumble and hit yourself. No, I'm not going there. So
smash yourself into the gallows glass that's been swung at you.
Okay, we're gonna. If you were to do that, let's just cross this bridge. What we're talking about. If you were to try and do something and you headbutted something, it's not because you're trying to break stunned. when you get hit and you're stunned, there's not an option in your head that says, oh, I tell you what, I'll try and shake this off or I won't. It's just, you either do or you don't. There's not I tell you what, I'm not going to try and not shake off being stunned. It's not really something that happens. It's either you unstun or you don't. If you accidentally stagger as part of the stun into something else that makes it worse, that's nothing to do with you trying not to be stunned. Anyway, I'm completely digressing here. So, okay, I managed to type one of the boas, many things that I've prepped for this fight into chat just so it can do something literally before it dies. This thing, there's several areas where you've already hit it with the greatsword that you've just ripped away some of the outer flesh of this snake and the scales, and you can just see bare tissue and muscle fiber. Some horrendous damage has gone in on this snake so far within these 2 rounds, I can tell you that. And on the 17, it doesn't break its last round of stun. It's still stunned for this next round. Mainly thanks to a crossbow bolt stuck in the side of its head.
Oh yes, yes, most definitely.
And it is now Traeth's turn to cheer. Come on, Traeth.
Yay.
Yay.
Woo.
Whoa.
Poor snake.
Poor snake. And then we'll move on.
I shall try and save its head to see if you can milk its venom. Not realizing it's a boa.
Yeah,
I know.
Okay. We're not going to go there. Emrys.
It's all right. Don't worry, Ash. You need to get out both venom glands from halfway down its body and milk them.
No problem. Will do.
They're not in its mouth.
Not in its mouth, yeah. Find them somewhere else. Check its tail. Emrys, you're going to attack it with your clawed stick, the pointy clawed stick. No.
Plus 20.
Yeah, plus 20 on that.
I will tell you now, just so you can get yourself some feedback. I mean, it was a connection. You connected, but you might as well have been hitting a training dummy of some kind. It was just boing. Yeah. Okay. And then after Emrys, it is Lumi.
Hey.
It was a good strike last round. It just, you think striking it in the only part of the body that was available to you last round was not effective.
So I want to strike it in somewhere where Ash has already opened it up.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, you get plus 20 on your strike, and then depending on what you roll, especially critical wise, we'll see if there's something we can do about that.
Go on. Go on.
It's fine.
Yes. Plus 20, 134.
Okay.
Not a great crit, but still.
Just going to point out.
Does that include any bonus?
One roll off it being a base 66 on the dice.
I'm in a tiger stance, which is rank 3 martial arts. I don't know if that makes any difference.
Yeah, you were actually 2 points off the maximum of a rank 4.
Or
So that means you got to go down to a rank 3.
So you're still stuck in a rank 3 because of the stance you used is the maximum you could do for the best type of attack.
Does that give you a bonus to your attack then as well, Bree?
no, it just means I can go above the.
Oh, okay.
The strike would have been a D. Because it's large, it drops it straight away to a C, and then that's basically a plus 0 on the large table. So you did. It's a 23. Is 9 more points of damage. You, because you are literally 1 point off, 1 hit point off, putting this unconscious. You leap up and kick it straight in the area of the snake that Ash has cut the scales away from. And that extra shock, system shock through the snake's body immediately sends it into a bit of a spasm. At which point, about 10 to 20 seconds from now, as it finishes spasming, it will collapse on the floor. Well done.
And I shall
I
hack its
did
head off.
not even get to have a single attack with this snake. I am so gutted. I've had to wait all
Welcome
this
to
time.
Rolemaster.
Rhiv sunk that
Jeez.
Genuinely
crossbow
thought I was
bolt into the
gonna die.
side of his Swede. Well done. That was class.
Golf
Great
clap, Rhiv. Golf clap,
fight,
Rhiv.
guys. Well done. That was a good shot, Rhiv. Nice twat as well, Dave. Wah.
This is a thing for the viewers. Rolemaster just screws up your monsters.
I think you'll find
Rolemaster screws up your
crossbow
players as well.
crossbow bolts and two-handed swords.
Giant
through
scorpion
strip of
dies
bolts.
6 rounds later.
Exactly.
So yes, I've spent ages balancing the attacks, the mouth size types, all these things. I was thinking about when can I grapple them, how much damage should I grapple them, all these things I was thinking, getting the balance right for this giant snake. I didn't even get to roll.
Those bloody
You did? You made 2 rolls?
Actually, Tone, you did roll. It's just
Yeah.
you never really broke the stun.
Shut
No.
it. Well done. Well done, everybody.
Yes.
It was a
That's
huge
good
boa.
proper first fight for us, really, wasn't it?
Huge boa.
Really nasty.
I wouldn't say it was a proper fight, but yes, it was a good fight.
Well done. Well done indeed. That was definitely a potential put somebody in hospital at least fight. Well done. The boa is down. It didn't get a chance to regurgitate poor William.
Take a sharp knife to poor
20
William.
seconds later, yeah, it's getting its gut cut open.
Yeah, open him up.
Yeah, you can open him up. You open him up. You see that William, sadly, he's not been digested yet. Don't get me wrong. It's just he's been in there long enough for him to suffocate. He couldn't breathe for the amount of time he was in there. So although he hasn't started digesting it, he's a gone. He has passed away, and soul departure would have occurred. I mean, it's not saying you couldn't use something to try and reattach his soul. His body is still theoretically livable, but you couldn't use any medical functions to resuscitate him. He has passed on.
Traeth, see about that hideous smoke that's coming from those chickens.
Okay. You tell me. You're going to use a herb law, I suppose, yeah?
Are they on fire? Is it just rotting
Okay.
steam?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
How is it emitting?
Yeah. Give me. Give me a herb law. I'm just trying to think of how I can best give you the information. Give me a herb law roll for Traeth. Other people could use poison perception if they wish.
I actually have that.
94. I have poison perception if you'd rather that.
Your herb law would be better.
It is.
Yeah. So
Nope, never mind.
just in case somebody else rolls ridiculous.
I'd like to roll herb law, but I'm not really actually over there.
But you're all going to get time to go over and have a look. You're not in combat turns anymore.
It's still giving off that noxious.
Yes.
But it's blowing out
Not all
of
go.
the...
It's drifting off towards the town. Yeah.
There you go, Ash. You got it.
That's not bad, Ash. Okay. If those
What do you reckon? What do you reckon, Traeth?
Looks like chickens to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like chicken.
Between the two of you, you look at these chickens, and this isn't herb law. That's the reason why I wanted herb law to be rolled. This looks like some kind of strange alchemy stroke spell stroke ceremonial ritual thing that's been done to these chickens. These chickens themselves look all wrong. They've got scribblings and markings and things on them. Yes, they have been pumped full of some kind of chemical, but it's not a plant type chemical. Somebody has done something very specific to these chickens to cause them to be giving off this odor. Those three that made the rolls, well, all five of you, can you all just give me a resistance roll? It's a D100. You want to roll high.
Do we get any racial bonuses for poison resistance?
Anybody that has a racial bonus for poison resistance can add
Why do I even bother?
it.
Oh,
Bree.
It's fine.
Lumi.
It's fine. Just
Hang on.
Resist poison.
add that number to your roll.
16.
Oh, there's a resist poison skill, is there?
No, it's not a skill. It's a racial bonus. It's a bit at the top of your character sheet.
I doubt it. I got it.
So
It's
Lumi has 10 racial bonus. So she rolled a 16.
Is it a open-ended roll?
Resistance rolls are not open-ended. No, it's not an open-ended roll.
Okay.
It's a straight roll. So the only person at the moment I'm looking at,
59.
is Emrys and Lumi.
Obviously, we're over here as well. Well, I am.
Yeah, no. All I was going to say is, in the short time that you've been exposed in this area, Lumi, you're feeling agitated, angry. You don't know why. You're just feeling some kind of welling up of anger in you that you want to start just like maybe shouting and yelling at people, not to the point yet of attacking them. Emrys on a 27, you're also just feeling a little bit agitated, just short, fused, not as maybe as bad as Lumi. And you're not daft. Your characters realize why you're feeling this way because you're in this, green mist. But that's like saying, yeah,
this would explain the froglocks and their actions.
Yes, I mean, you can't help but get more and more angry. You know why? You just realize that if you don't leave soon, you're going to smack a few people in the face.
You saying there was some symbols on these chickens also?
Somebody appears to have written words on them. Probably, lovely, tasty chicken meat. Come eat me. In snake.
I'm thinking, is there any? Can I detect any power on this?
You can give me a power perception. Please do.
Indeed.
Please do.
Those who wish to stop and think about it.
I'm going to. What would I need to get to slice the snake?
I'm moving away.
Your sword can cut the snake.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, is it just the one?
I'm 28.
Yep. Okay. So Emrys, you spend a moment or two trying to feel from the distance. I mean, this is a question I want to ask. First of all, how are you power perception? Are you staying at distance? Are you picking a chicken up? I mean, what kind of engagement with the chicken are you doing on your 128?
How do you engage the chicken?
You buy a very nice ring.
I will close so I can examine it clearly.
Okay.
I do not wish to pick it up.
You don't wish to touch it. Okay. You look at the runic markings and such. You realize they're not runes. They are definitely part of some spell. You feel that there is some kind of power emanating from this part of chickens. This is not any kind of natural remedy or thing that you could just put together by accident. This is something that you would have to be trained to know how to bring magical energy into a ritual that the chickens just happen to be probably the best medium that the person could find.
Medium chickens.
Please, at least a large.
Is there any way to disrupt this?
Move the chickens.
Kick
Smack
a chicken.
them with a stick. I don't,
Smack a chicken.
Is there a fire?
Just going to slowly move away from the crazy.
Yes, that's fine.
Is as Lumi said, is there a fire?
Fire.
It's not. There's not a fire, and in the swamp, it's hard to make a fire. But if people wish to give me a magical ritual roll, they can think of a way to to best stop this. Otherwise,
way?
Otherwise, people go. I mean, Lumi, you're quite angry as is. If you just want to run and start kicking chickens, that's fine.
I've got
Absolutely fine.
yeet a chicken.
Why don't we
Yeet a
just like
chicken.
I don't come up with dirt?
I don't want to be responsible for casting a magic, potential offensive magic on another member of the party. But if Lumi does look like she is irrationally chicken abusing, I will begin casting calm on her.
And what
There's
happens
It'll
if,
no
probably
such thing as
bounce,
irrational kicking chicken.
and what happens if she says
Should have put-
4 before she kicks it?
Which is completely legitimate. She's playing chicken golf. That's an old game we used to play back in my day.
That's allowed.
Sometimes the chickens were alive, sometimes they weren't. But chicken golf, you score more points if you get them in the shed.
No problem. In that case, then, before I answer Emrys's role, Lumi, how are you dealing with these chickens?
Kick it out
You
the
are
way.
going to start kicking chickens.
Yeah.
Okay, Lumi goes in and just starts randomly kicking chickens from a being in a pile into just being chicken. So if people want to start casting spells at Lumi, you're more than welcome to do that.
Yeah.
After the first kicking, it's
Time to practice that spell, I think, Traeth.
Hate these chickens.
Don't forget. Hold
Are they
the
still-
fingers thus, and then
are they still giving off smoke?
Bullshit.
They are.
There you go, Tony.
I'm just kind of changing some artwork on the screen for people, not shadows. Artwork on the screen for people because she's now just kicking chickens around. Okay,
Is she spreading the taint?
so target me some aggressive offensive action. Okay, can you please roll yet again, Lumi? A D100 high as you can, and no, you don't get any. Oh no, you might get bonuses versus channeling. Does your race have a channeling bonus? I'll check for you. See if you have a look. Just roll as high as you can on your dice.
From where the snake is, all you hear is
On a 46.
So
Might be enough.
It takes you, Traeth. It's going to take you the biggest part of 30 seconds, yeah, to do what
fine.
you're doing.
Time's not a problem. She'll probably yeet a few chickens by that point.
She's definitely not eating them. She is trying to kick them
Eat.
everywhere. Oh,
Yeet.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
eat.
not eat.
Just randomly start eating the chicken. I know a way to stop these from spreading gas. I'll just eat them all. No. She starts.
Who do you think she is, Rhiv?
follow the taint.
This episode is going downhill.
Kick the taint.
She kicks a few chickens around. And then after about 30 seconds or so, for some reason, Lumi, you feel like you've spent your aggression for the moment on these chickens. But just to let you know, Traeth, you do, when you cast that on her, although you do feel it's successful, you feel like clearly you're combating another magical effect. So it's not just overcoming Lumi. The longer she stays here, your spell is going to weaken and then be overcome yet again by the fumes.
Hey,
Right.
Lumi, come over here and help me search.
And before anybody else asks, I think I just need to reply to Emrys's role. Emrys, on your ritual magic, we're even just trying to remember back to why we even made the ritual magic. To try and stop the ritual, yes.
Yes, because the chickens are now trying to surround me. Really? There's something afoot here.
Horns the bull chicken maneuver.
Yeah, I mean, the simplest way probably to just stop this is to dig a hole and throw all the chickens in the hole and bury them. You could burn them, but getting a fire going here could be quite difficult. Everything is just sodden. Carrying them somewhere would be ridiculous. There's no spell that you could cast that would stop what's currently happening.
I have a spade.
It's literally, some way to stop that
Use your
fuse.
spade here. Bury the chickens. It needs to break the ritual. Bury them. We need to bury them.
Do you actually have a spade, Ash? I think you do.
Yes.
Don't you?
One of the things I bought.
Ash, actually, that's the thing. You always need to bring on adventures with you guys. A spade, just in
Yeah,
case of gaseous chickens.
I look around the squad to see who I think would be None of them really. And I start digging.
Fantastic.
I put my sword down and start digging.
I'm not going to do a whole long session on you. Yeah, I'm not going to do a whole long session on you digging.
Doesn't he have to make a move maneuver roll?
I was going to. Hang on a second.
Fine.
I'm just going to punch him down there.
You're fine. You, as long as you do it so you're not hitting all of the tree roots. No, we're not going to go there. There is actually a bit of a stone flooring to this building, as you can see on the edges.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's been here for such a long time. There's plenty of areas that have been broken up over the years. You find digging a hole a little bit hard work, but I see.
I also have a mattock. So
you do, yeah. Okay, I was going to say 30 minutes, but now I'm going to cut it down to 20. If somebody else helps you with the mattock work as well, just to break up the ground to get you going.
Lumi, I know that you have a certain physicality about you. Do you mind?
She doesn't want to know. She's calm. She's chilling.
Blast. Rhiv, try not to hit my hand.
What am I doing now?
This is hammer. It's also known as a mattock. Notice the pointy end? Good for breaking up rock. Help me break the flagstones, and I can put the chickens underneath.
Excellent. All those years, and you were hoping you'd never get to prison to break rocks. Now you're in a swamp breaking rocks.
Pull your scarf up over your mouth. You know, make yourself look like a highwayman or something.
So, like I normally am. Got it.
You can successfully bury your chickens, guys. 20 minutes go past. You've buried the chickens.
That was unpleasant. They smelt funny. Not something I would want to turn into a casserole or something.
Yeah, but it's still a bit of a waste, though.
True, especially, well, some bugger has gone and done that. They've stolen the chickens from the inn, which means no eggs in the morning, which is a shocker.
There
could have had a chicken.
That is a high crime. That will be answered.
Tony?
Yes.
In that 20 to 30 minute period, I'm just going to have a look around here and forage around, see if there's anything around.
Dead snake.
It's not wasted time if you're looking for herbs.
Absolutely fine. Give me a herb roll.
Oh, here we go.
Can I help
124.
him? I don't have any herb lore, but I'm like pretty
It's the perfect way to learn it.
Yeah, if you want to hang around with him and he points out things not to eat and things to eat.
Yeah. Don't eat the red mushrooms.
She's that calm.
Things like that. Okay.
Yes, we are herb learning.
What?
Herbing, one could say.
Herbling.
I'm just trying to see. What did you roll afterwards?
124.
No, it's not. No, sorry. I just wanted a D100 roll.
You didn't say that. You said a herb roll.
Yeah, you can keep that, but I need a D100 roll to know
89.
what's in the area. Sorry.
89.
Okay, your herb lore, your foraging roll I need next. And then I need the herb lore ranks.
148.
Wow, okay. And then how many ranks? Oh no, you got loads. In that case then, you find I'll post
all the
it.
herbs.
What the hell, guys? What's the rolls been like tonight?
They're cheating, guys.
Dude.
Don't they?
Terrible.
It's the curse of Roll20.
There you go.
Ooh. Shakasa root. That was worth looking for.
When the spell runs out, do I get angry again?
You're all slowly getting angry. You realize maybe the reason why what was going on didn't work is because maybe the chickens were not the right medium, but the spell was not very powerful. It could have potentially been quite a high powerful spell which would have got this large snake to do exactly what was intended. But because it was so weak, somebody has clearly come here time and time again bringing more and more chickens with the assumption that if you had enough like level 1 spells, you might be able to overcome the resistance of the snake. But all they're actually doing is just prolonging the duration of the spell. Yeah.
The spell coming directly from the chicken.
It is coming directly from the chicken. This stuff is a magical effect. So, but rather than it going up in resistance, sort of like, potential.
Can I freeze one of them?
They're buried.
They're buried
Oh,
now.
they're buried now.
All the person was doing is just making this gas go on and on and on and on and on, and some of the frog folk that are quite weak were succumbing. You guys are not the strongest. You haven't got the experience of resisting effects. If you stay here long enough, you will all start becoming more and more angry.
Yeah, it is time to get away.
Even with the chickens buried.
The mist is still hanging around.
Yes, it's going to take a while for the swamp to kind of clear of the effects of the spell.
That means possibly then that there's going to be more frog attacks over the next, but lessening.
Definitely lessening, yes.
How are we going to get the snake corpse back?
I've actually gutted it to take William out, and I'm sort of like doing it in such a way that it can actually then be folded in half, roped. I have rope, and I'm going to drag it back.
Okay.
I'll help you.
Excellent.
I was just thinking, if we were to put on a nice display for that old man, that might earn us some bits with the actual villagers.
Less one of its fangs, please.
I would say, excuse me, I'm sorry for being unpleasant, but I say, fuck him. We killed it. We are now the giant snake killers.
Yes, but we're also living in town, and won't it look good if the old man gets to kill another snake that came to attack the town?
No.
Okay with
we
that.
killed it.
So to answer all of the questions we just had then, Ash, you think dragging it the body would be wrong. The easiest way would be to try and put it up over your shoulders.
No, if it's doable, then this, I'll do that.
So that's an easy way to carry the body.
But basically, fold it in half,
Yeah.
and then rope it so it's now like 2 lengths like that, so it's half the length. But
Okay.
and then
Break the spine first.
Up on your
Yeah.
shoulders, yeah.
carpet carry it.
Yes. Absolutely much better. Emrys,
Between you and Bree, you could probably go and install it as a new snakeskin rug for the house.
fangs inject venom. Boas don't have venom.
No, they do have big fangs. They just don't do any venom.
I
Do
did
they?
cut the head off.
They use
Yep.
them.
Oh, they
yeah.
might have.
They use
Okay,
them
okay.
They got
Tear
two-
into their
I
prey.
know they
Rookie.
have gripping teeth, but yeah, okay.
Big
Um,
fangs.
But they're not
yeah.
venom fangs.
Oh,
And
no,
I did cut the head off, if you remember.
They haven't got that
Yeah.
channel at the back town, which
Yeah, okay.
Hey, it's a huge creature. They've got big fangs. No matter how big.
They'll have a
It's like
lot
a
of very
dagger,
big
Rhiv.
teeth, yes.
Rhiv,
But
like a
yeah,
dagger.
some kind. No problem.
Did I hear someone call me?
Yes.
When it actually did get around to attack you, if it didn't, the bite actually on this is only a medium. It's not actually that large a bite.
They just hold on with them basically while
It can dislocate its jaw to
around
swallow
you.
you. Yeah, but the bite
Yeah,
size wasn't that big on this boa, so your
This is a grappling
your
valve.
teeth aren't like huge. They're good flipping teeth, like scary sized teeth that they're going to be on this thing, but they're not going to be like
No, but at the end of the day, what it would have done would have entangled and crushed.
If there was only one of you,
Oh.
it would have bit to hold and then grappled. If there's 5, if you were like boar or some other animal, it would have just done it to the one of you and the rest would have run off. If you all would have attacked, it would not have grappled. Because a boa that's grappling something then can't actually defend itself as everything else. So it wouldn't have grappled unless everybody run off and left one poor person on their own.
But we will never know, as it is no more.
Maybe
There's no more.
Maybe it's got a brother. Right, okay. So
Yeah, it's dead back there.
yes. You all head back to town?
Indeed.
Mhm.
Indeed.
Okay, let me put the town back on. I can't believe you.
Oh, and don't forget, we're also taking William's body back as
Yeah, it's unfortunate, William. That was his other name, I think.
Just
also
shocked.
known as Lucky to his mates.
Lucky, unfortunate William.
Okay, there you go. The wonderful village of Tugton. You.
We haven't expanded the map to show our shack. Very disappointed.
Is
you
that guy? Is that what I'm pinging? Where the? Or is that where the? Is that? Oh, no, it's that.
no,
That's the smith.
no,
It's
no.
the
The
big
hunter
house.
was the second one you pinged.
Yeah,
That's
one.
correct. Yes.
Yeah, that one.
You,
That's
The
our
one with the
shack.
lookout tower next to it.
are you
Our shack,
hunt?
our shack is over here.
Yeah. Are you going directly
Yes,
back
yeah.
to the hunters? Yeah.
Well, he asked.
Right. You get back. I'm gathering you knock on the door. At which point Blake will answer the door. Did you say that his brother was wrapped up or not?
I had a
What
sack.
You have a
I
sack.
had sack.
You had a sack. Okay, that's fine. So he answers the door. Hi.
When they knock the door, I say, Emrys, could you please do the talking? Because I think if I was to tell him, I think I might offend.
By all means.
I'm not too sure if I would, but I might.
How
I'll stand
did it
close
go?
to the doorway, Tony, so he can't actually see behind us. Maybe we step inside and have a chat about how everything went.
Oh, yeah, come in. Come in. Yeah.
I shall stay outside with the body.
That's fine. Yeah, he invites you in. He starts looking around to try and find something to, another
I've
bulk mug.
got a nice... I have a brandy, and I'll bring some out and offer him a small glass.
This is good stuff, man. Wait, can you get more of this?
Is there any seats in the room, Tom?
This is good. Yeah, he's got a few basic wooden seats.
All right, just have a sit down.
Yeah, you're sitting down, tasting your brandy.
And we've found the problem.
Oh, fantastic.
Not who's doing the problem, but it would seem there's somebody is trying to attract another one of the large snakes into the village. We have found it and destroyed it.
What do you mean another large snake? We haven't had any snakes. It's frog folk we had.
Like the one in the ruin.
Oh, the old ruin snake. Oh, yeah.
There's a big one now outside your door, dead, gutted, and place that our colleague Ash is looking after.
Just a quick thing. He didn't bring the snake back. Just thought I'd let you know that.
Oh,
But that's fine.
Okay.
Yes, he did.
The whole snake. He could.
Yeah.
I thought you were bringing William back.
No, and the snake in a carpet carry.
So I thought you were carrying William back over your shoulder.
No, the snake.
Oh God, you couldn't carry the snake.
I thought
that's what we were saying. That's why we're going to drag it.
They're carrying it back.
You could carry the head. I think of William. How you get William's body back? I thought you were saying over your shoulder. God, not the snake. No, you couldn't carry the snake. You carry the head, maybe. You could carry the snake. It's huge.
We'll get a lot of people. And we'll
we go back. So in that case, we've got the head and.
Oh yeah, we'll have a.
Yeah, I've got the body in a sack over my shoulder and the head in.
I misunderstood. Yeah, I thought you were talking about carrying William back.
Yeah, what did you think we were talking about when we said we fold him in half?
I thought that's fine. If you want to fold William in half, I'm not going to stop you.
I'm pretty sure Louis said, we'll snap the spine and we'll fold it in half.
To get him in this case, one way or another.
In which case, Tony, if we are not bringing the snake back,
correct, yes,
before we leave to come back,
yes,
gonna skin it.
Yeah.
Okay. The skinning's actually a skill. Has anybody got a skinning or leatherworking skills?
I have leatherworking.
You have leatherworking.
Fantastic.
If you have leatherworking, you're obviously not skinners, but I'm not going to give you too many ridiculous little skills. You're never going to use that often. Give me a leatherworking roll. The higher you do, the more like large.
Can I get a bonus
pieces.
for assistance from?
Can I have them in front of the snake first?
Right.
And I'll do a quick sketch.
Look, guys, two seconds. So if we just do a quick back, so let's just quickly get this done. So first of all, one of you, either Ash or Traeth, makes the roll, and the other person can add plus 20 basically to that roll.
Go for it.
One of you rolls at plus 20.
That'll be you, Traeth.
Just got to get down to my crafting skills a second.
Yep, we'll just make this roll, and then we can zoom back to the door and talk.
So I thought you'd. So how long was the snake? What, 60 foot then?
Yeah, I mean it's like well, you've seen the size of it on the map. I mean that's gone away. Jeez,
bigger than a Titanoboa.
I mean that's a lot. Yeah, I can't look at the weight, but it's gonna be like something stupid.
Anaconda.
And so like probably like 1600.
76.
76. Okay, 76. You don't.
I'll take plenty of time to do it. There's no time pressure on it.
Yeah, that was plus 20.
Right. So
okay.
on a 76, you realize you guys don't have the expertise to cure this, okay, first of all. So you're going to need to get it to somebody that will be able to cure this, so there's it'll rot, yeah?
Can I get it into the trees then with rope?
Hang on.
No,
Secondly, on a 76, you don't get like one big nice skin. You probably get, I would have said, 6 man-sized pieces.
That's fine.
The rest is just ruined by various cuts and stuff. So, but 6 man-sized pieces, but you do not have the skill to cure it. You have to take it somewhere to be cured.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It should be
Back to the talking to the hunter.
And I'd also like to point out we didn't fold him in half and snap his spine.
Yes.
Did
Just so you're aware.
No, we did not do that.
Or take his head off to use as a trophy.
No, none of that.
The last I assumed it was a carpet carry over the shoulder, which was fine if it was a body. I'm just leaving it there, and we will move on.
Yes, fireman's lift all the way back home. That's no problem.
Fine.
Anyway, back to the stoner.
Back to talking to Blake.
Stoner and the Archmage.
I'm sure that's a movie.
I think it is.
I'll go just a second, Blake. I'll go to the door and open the door. And Ash, could you bring him here? And with that, I'll turn around and turn to him and say, unfortunately, your brother has met his demise at the hand of this creature.
Sorry for your loss. Flop.
No, that's not. He'll open it up and realize that. I mean, he's not disfigured anyway. It is his brother, and he'll start trying to give him like CPR and stuff.
If it's any consolation, if it's any consolation, he wasn't dissolved.
Ash, thank you. If you'd like to go and sit over there, please. That'd be great.
He says to you guys, quick, help me. Let's quickly take him to the apothecary. Maybe she can like do something. Help, quick, carry. Let's carry him. Let's carry him.
I put my hand on his.
There's a possibility that the apothecary might actually be able to do something.
And he'll start dragging.
Okay. No, I'll lift it back up and put it over my shoulder.
And Ash will do that.
He runs off ahead of you. He doesn't even like close up his house behind. He just runs off ahead of you in the direction of the apothecary.
It's a very slim chance if the apothecary's got the right herbs.
And I
but
jog.
There's a chance.
Because let's face it, in this armor and a corpse on my shoulder, I ain't running any.
That's fine. So you all can either head to the apothecary, you can head back home, you can do as you wish.
No, we'll go to the apothecary, try and help.
Upside with the apothecary is we can actually make a report to what's his features, because he's in this sort of area, isn't it? You know, the chappie that wants us to look into the frogs.
Yes, Felden. Yeah, that's fine.
Felden. Thank you, Felden Jack.
Just holding the guys there. Do we need to reveal about the chickens yet? And because there's obviously somebody in this town, at least I think so. Would it be perhaps wise to keep that story quiet and then not spook anybody, and perhaps then go and lay ambush at the ruins?
But when they find out that we have killed it, then they will know.
Yeah, when they find we killed the snake, it's a moot point.
Why I say we should lay ambush at the ruins.
What?
So if anybody then returns, we can see to continue their activities.
In the meantime,
this is what we're on the walk over to the apothecary.
As you're on the way over to the apothecary, discussing this, a human, a half-orc, and an elf
walk into a bar.
Approach you and say that, hi, you're the new people in town that have been like helping everybody. We've had a little chat amongst ourselves, and we've decided we want to really help you guys as best as we can. Oh, and gals, wow, she's cool. We want to help you as much as we can, so we've gone over to your little hut. We've piled some bits and pieces that we've managed to find quickly. There's like some pile of limestone. We've managed to get some copper all together. Jagaroth here. He's a fisherman. He's brought some fish. I'm Greg. I like a little bit of the old alcohol and stuff. I've brought you some 10 liters of bogmog. And Faye, she's just joined us. She's an elf. She seems to be good at she kind of got the group together. You know, she's good with words. So if you need us to do anything for you, just give us a shout. So quick, out of character now.
Thank you very much. That's phenomenal.
Thank you very much to the Patreons of our
Hey,
channel.
Patreons.
We have Patreon.
Our elite NPC level of patronship allows people to have patrons, NPCs, patrons in the show, have NPCs in the show. We have 3 NPCs that will help the group. They're not necessarily around to like go on quests for them, but they can be sent off to do cool little things in the backgrounds by the party. So we have 3 really cool NPCs. Thanks to the patrons that have got these. They will all be listed. All of you patrons will be listed in the comments of the show. If anybody else wishes to have an NPC in the show, just go to Patreon. Our links will be in the comments, and sub and get yourself an NPC in the show, and we will give you updates as to what they're up to. They can die, but you'll get new patrons. You'll get new NPCs. Get new patrons, just get rid of you. We'll just
You'll not kill our patrons.
God, this has been a great show today, hasn't it? You can tell we've been away for a few days. So yes, thank you everybody for watching the show. Please subscribe to YouTube, click the bell and all the rest of it, and we will see you all next week for when they actually see whether or not William can be brought back. Whether they're going to go into the swamp and lay in wait for the chicken stealer, a spellcaster, and what they say to Feld and Jack. So,
like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Don't forget to pass it to your friends and inflict it upon them.
Inflict it upon them. Thank you, everybody. See you now.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome to our regular update for the great NPC team. The team of NPCs provided to us by our wonderful patrons of the channel. So, what have we got so far? We have a bunch of resources. The team has been asked this episode to basically gather some more stone and see what they can do to build an extension. The NPCs have made some quicklime cement and have used stone from the area to start building foundations for an extension to the hut. Faye, on the other hand, she's been asked to check out information on any spell users in the village. For now, she's had very little time to do this, so by episode 10, she does not come back with any useful information. But the longer she is left to perform this task, the more information she can bring back. Thank you once again to our fantastic Patreons for the NPCs. They will be put to good use by the looks of it, making a nice home for the team here, as well as potentially coming back with some useful tidbits of information. Thank you very much, and see you next episode.